Hi, Lisa Schermerhorn here, and you're on my show Where Truth Lies on the Grassroots Warrior Network. And I'm here introducing my dear friend, Liz Perkins, fellow Vermonter. Liz is an extraordinary healer. She has done some amazing work, and she also joins us. She's got her master. Whoops, she just disappeared. There you are.
I'm just trying to get comfortable. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
So she helps us, Honey C. Golden and I out on our monthly quantum healing. She's got her, was it her master's in botany? She's
Yep.
an expert in essential oils, and she just does so much. I'm going to let her tell you more about. So welcome, Liz.
Thank you, Lisa. So good to see you.
So good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so welcome. So we have so many things that we can cover, but one of the first things is the energy of what's going on because Liz and I were talking before we started, and I said, I'm in Mexico right now, and the energy, everything is so wonky and weird. And you said you experiencing crazy energy as well. So what's going on? What you've tapped into?
Well, I've tapped into the energy where you are is wonky too.
Yep.
So I was like, well, how are you? I was just wondering, how it was for you. And it feels like big things are just happening, like with huge effects. I don't know if it's because it's like the fire horse starts today. I don't
Yes.
know that much about it, but it's the year of the fire horse and it starts today. And it's like all about like really dramatic, powerful, like energies, like just happening.
Yeah.
Like very quick. We're going from like the wood snake, which is kind of reflective and going inward, and that's not what the year of the fire horse is about.
Well, it was also shedding, right?
It was the
Yeah.
snake, obviously. Yeah, it sheds its skin, so everyone was shedding and everything. Yeah. Oh my God. So yesterday, I and the day before, it didn't feel like fire horse energy. I was shedding like crazy. Like it was like maybe the final shedding. I think Honeys talks about that, about how we're just like the last week of the wood snake and we're just
Yeah.
shedding because I just like I would be doing meditations and then it would be like, oh my God, like I have never had that dramatic an effect from a meditation or working with several clients and just like, oh my God, that was amazing. It just really felt like things were just falling away.
Yeah, I'm
Like
finding
huge
that,
amounts,
yeah,
like
I'm
not just
finding,
like a little.
yeah, like people are transforming fast when they set their intention, right?
It's the intention setting, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I'm just blown away.
Yeah. So what are the energies? How are they impacting you right now, or what are you seeing with other people
So
besides?
I'm seeing that, sometimes you can work with somebody and they'll say they want X, Y, and Z. And so you'll work with them and you'll like or I will, you or anyone will work with them and see what's going on, maybe what's blocking, what's flowing. And you feel like, okay, I got to a layer. That's good. But this is not like just got through a layer. It feels like it's just like it's like this, and then it's just and incredible. It like gets to the root of it, and it just feels like they had a most amazing transformation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I found that too, like doing a meditation. It was just a guided visualization online, on YouTube, and it was,
Yeah.
calling in um beings who help with your energy channels. And I teach that. I teach how to, clear your energy channels. I do it every day. And then I I actually had the clearest energy channels I've ever had in my life, like complete light. There was no more anything
So talk
that
to
was
me
dark.
about that. For people who don't understand what an energy channel is, what is it and how are you clearing it and how does that change things?
Okay, so we're energy, of course.
Right?
Everybody knows that we're energy and we're spirit in a body, right? So our body is dense, it's physical, and there's, channels that energy moves in our body physically, like, your cardiovascular system or your lymphatic system or your digestive system. So we all know about those things. But we also have spiritual anatomy. So we have channels where energy is, naturally designed to flow. So we all have earth energy channels. And when we walk outside, the earth energy channels pick up, those good positive ions from the earth, and the energy channel just, it just moves, right? But you can, like in the class that well, there's one more class. Most of them are done. I had 4 classes that I taught over a 6-week period. And so we worked with the earth energy channels. That was one of the first things we look at, and we move it every day now. So that earth energy channel, activates when you go outside, right? I mean, or it's even active inside. But when you make the intention to connect with your earth energy channel, to open up your feet chakras, and maybe give that earth energy a color, a feeling. You say hello to the earth. The earth energy floods through your legs and up into your first chakra. So it's an upward movement. We teach it that way, where it's an upward movement through the leg channels, and then gravity, it goes down your grounding cord. So it's like a loop. And
Beautiful.
I love it. And yeah, so I've been working in that space, and I'm always like, okay, well, it feels like, I'll tell my students, yeah, I've been doing this forever, but my left energy channel is a little blocked. So what I'm going to do is and I tell them what I do to do it. So they see, everybody gets blocked, you know. But after I did this visualization and we called in these specific beings that were for the earth energy channels, which I never thought of doing, but this was a Steve Noble, the soul matrix person. That was his visualization. And so these guys just completely moved everything. Like
Amazing.
my legs, there was no block anywhere. My legs were completely light. I've never had that ever.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
like it was just energy was going right in. And the reason that's really good is because anywhere there's energy that's blocked or stagnated or whatever, your energy isn't flowing. And so it causes imbalance, or, it can even cause disease, right?
Right. And
So, yeah.
yeah. And here's something that's really interesting that a lot of people don't really think about, especially in the spiritual community. They're always working on their upper chakras, right? We want to connect to spirit, want to connect to spirit. But we're here as human beings, here to be grounded and do work on earth. And so one of the things that I learned that in order to manifest, if you're not grounded, like your earth channels aren't connected, you can't manifest. You can, float around outside your body and you connect to spirit. But if you want to make things happen here, you have to be really grounded and really aligned. It's not just the upper chakras. So
Well,
that's really important for manifesting.
interesting. Yeah. So you have to be grounded to be able to receive your manifestation,
Yeah, because it's happening
right?
here on earth.
You can receive it in your dreams or in the astral or whatever, or when you're flying around daydreaming
Yeah,
or whatever. You can feel it and see it, but you have to actually feel it in your body,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
And that's where the tricky piece is with manifesting, because the body has so many hidden um, like pictures, we call it in BPI training, we call it your pictures, where you couldn't have like your red truck, when you were 3 or
Yeah.
something. And so anytime you ask for something, if you haven't moved the charge of that or whatever, worked through it, you just go right back to your hypothalamus, the dime, and you go back to that time. So it's hard to be in present time and
Exactly.
receive your manifestation. So it's really tricky to be embodied, because if you feel vulnerable or mad or whatever, and you don't understand the feelings, it's much better to just like zone out.
Yep.
I mean, it's nice to escape those feelings and maybe scroll or, you know, do something else instead of feel the feeling. And or just move the feeling. You don't have to feel the feeling. I don't know. What do you do? Because it feels like you've got to get through that so that you can embody. What's your
Yes.
tip?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
what's
I'm exactly the same because it's very easy for me to just leave my body. When you were talking about floating out, people would be like, "Yeah, there you are, Lisa. You're right next to your body. You're not even here. Come back. Come back
yeah,
in." And
yeah,
so the centering and the feeling, right? Because on a somatic level, when we have trauma that we've experienced in our life, or past lives or ancestral inherited programming, whatever it is, we hold that in our body. So
right.
unless you feel it, acknowledge it and send it away with whatever technique you use. There's a million of them. I
Lots of
use the
ways to skin a
emotional
cat.
release method. You use other things. I use NLP. I use
I've been using
hypnosis.
your emotional release method
Yeah.
with, yeah,
It's,
people who know it,
yeah.
and they just like they know the words and they just say it.
Yeah. And it just goes. So when you do that, that helps the energy channel, the energy move. And people will get tired. They'll start to yawn. They'll start to do things. That's because the energy is now running in a way that wasn't before, that allows the manifestation in the channel. So your course is really important. People don't really understand the importance of grounding. So you do 4 classes. So what else? What do you do in your second one?
Oh, well, I was running 4 separate classes
Oh, okay.
because I mean, my learning curve is I just didn't say this is when the course is. I
Okay.
gave them options.
Okay. That's awesome though.
I know. So I was running 2 classes with one person in each class
Yep.
for 6 weeks. So, and that it was really sweet actually, because I got one-on-one time with them. It was
Yep.
sweet. It was great. And then there was one class that was just a makeup class, because they life happened
Yep.
and they didn't get to come to the first class.
Yep.
So, and I told them, like, that's totally normal. Like, when you're getting ready to step up, usually, like, there's things that'll try and derail you. Your car will break down or
Yeah.
something happens. And that's just that means you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Totally. I get so many people come for a session and
Yes.
they're like, I can't believe, like, I didn't want to do it. I have an anxiety. I had all this stuff come up. Yeah.
That means you're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 6 classes,
Yeah.
actually. So, and yeah, the first class is pretty much just grounding and earth energy.
Yep.
And then the second class is cosmic energy.
So
So
what's
you
cosmic energy?
so it's I like to use a Pleiadian energy. You can use anything you want, right? You can channel cosmic energy from any cosmic place, space
Right.
you want to, but I feel pretty confident the Pleiadians are like beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do the moon, and then I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I should have been channeling the moon. So anyway, so it's just, you just move it through your cosmic energy channels.
Yeah.
And then you mix it with the earth and cosmic, and then you bring it up the front of you. And so it's like a cosmic earth energy shower. It's like a way to just move yourself into present time, get your energy moving. It's really good. It
That's
feels
so
great.
cool.
That's the second class. And then we talk about using roses for things, roses for protection, roses for clean out, roses. Well, in clairvoyant class, we use roses to read, which is super fun. Like a rose reading
Hmm.
or a yes or a no using a rose as we do all kinds of fun readings in the clairvoyant class.
That's cool.
Um, so yeah, so we do that. Oh, and then the fun thing is, um, class 4, you get a healing master.
Ah,
And that's really good. This is why I want to do it with a group of people because everybody's like, they didn't know they were going to get a healing master. They just thought it was intuitive tools. But it's like, learning to work with your own healing master is such a great way to, you know, get confidence in your intuitive communication
yeah. So,
and to help you.
yeah. So where does a healing master come from? Like how do you acquire a healing
It's
master?
so cool because it's like, okay, you're gonna get a healing master, and everyone just feels like they don't really have the havingness or the worthiness to have one. And I'm like, you guys, like, no, you are like, the cat's meow to all these spirits without a body who want to keep learning healing, but they're not gonna, jump into a body, tomorrow, right?
Right, right.
And they want to learn what you're learning. So they want to heal. So there's like a line of them who want to come in. And so I teach them how to interview them. So they interview the healing master, and so they have to learn to talk with it and hear how the healing master is going to talk to them and tell the healing master, like, could you slow down? I can't hear you because you talk so fast. 'Cause, spirit talks really high and fast sometimes. So I'm like, just tell them to slow down or tell them you only feel with your gut right now or whatever works for you. Just have them talk to you that way. And, they have to learn their name, what they look like. So, and then they do a healing on, a class member's energy channels and their chakras. And so that by the end of the class, they can give somebody a healing and, their earth channels and their cosmic energy channels. So it's cool. And their
Amazing.
chakras.
Amazing. So when you talk about chakras, I'm finding in the work that I do with people that the chakras are upgrading. They look differently. They look different now. Are you
Okay.
finding a change, a shift at all in the chakras in the system?
Good question. Well, what I'm finding is that where there used to be like a lot of it's really interesting, like when you look at the chakras clairvoyantly, like specifically, well, each one has different kinds of energetic blockages in it that actually look different. But like in the third chakra, that's the center of will, those things can really just stay there for a really long time, even if you're trying to move them out, but they're just moving so much more quickly. So it feels like either it's speeding up in the like how fast it's going, how they because chakra means spinning wheel in
Right,
Sanskrit, right? So
right.
it's like how fast, or it almost looks like it's expanding more. So it's bigger. Um, and so more earth and cosmic energy can go into there and come back out and carry the stuff out. I don't know,
That's
because it feels like it's getting cleaned out bigger. I know you mentioned that maybe we wouldn't have them anymore. And maybe that's what it's moving towards because they don't look as distinct, maybe. What have you noticed?
it's more like in a quantum. It's like an upgrade.
Okay.
Because I don't see clairvoyantly like you do. It's more of a knowing that happens with me. But when I'm working with people, I'm just asking the guides to upgrade, right?
Yeah.
So that, and so it's allowing people's gifts to come in a faster, easier manner because they're
Okay.
connecting more with source and they're more grounded.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely think that's happening because the chakras are, well, they like we talk about it in the How to Heal Yourself class. Like, um, I had one. I had one, a vegetable steamer really close by me. But like a vegetable steamer closed is like your feet chakras can be completely closed or wide open.
Yeah.
So your chakras, a lot of times people's chakras are like dialed all the way down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could be that people's chakras are opening up because they're more used to it. That could be why there's an upgrade, but you can actually control your chakras anyway. You can just I want to have my chakras at 20% right now, 20% open, or 30 or 40 or 50. And then you'll see like how you feel when you have them wide open or half closed or whatever.
You know, I'm glad you said that because one of the things that I struggled with mostly 25 years ago when I started doing this work was being an empath, feeling what other people felt and not knowing how to set boundaries. And
Yep.
I was going from healer to healer to healer, and no one was able to help me. So it's like I go in there and they charge me, and then they go, just stop it. Just don't do it. And I was like, like at what point I was so I had someone who finally said to me, your second chakra, right, which is between your pubic bone and your belly button, is where your boundaries are and where your emotions are. And that's where the tentacles will come out from, like people who are predators will reach in there and grab you in that second chakra, or we enmesh with other people from that center. So I had to learn how to take that chakra and close it down when I was around people, when I was in public, and strengthen that chakra and be okay with having boundaries. Because as someone who grew up without boundaries, I didn't understand that it was okay to say no. It was okay to set that up. So the ability to learn to open and close your chakras and connect with them, I think is really critical.
Totally. It's just part of managing your energetic space. And this course, the clairvoyant class, and actually the whole school is all about that. It's like a place for empaths to come and manage their um empathicness
Yeah.
so they don't keep getting hammered,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
I think that's one of the biggest complaints about people who are in the energy field. And here's another thing is no one teaches how to keep your, hygiene, energetic hygiene, like how to clear. Like we'll work on people, but you have to learn to disconnect. You have to clear your own field. Otherwise, you're walking around with other people's stuff, right?
And you can't do anything with it. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
like universal law. If you have someone else's energy in your space because you care about them, um, you know, news alert, right? You can't heal them with by taking on their energy.
Yeah.
You just take some of their energy away from them. And so you have to learn how to send it back. But I want to just like segue back to like the second chakra. In the clairvoyant training program, we do more of an in-depth thing into the chakras. And the second chakra, I was so blown away to learn about it. There was this whole weekend where we learned about running female energy and male energy.
Yeah.
And this is just funny. This isn't the reason I'm telling you this, but um, it was so funny when they said, well, if you want to teach a man to run his male energy is much lower, hertz than female energy because we can create a body. right?
Yeah.
We can grow a pregnancy. So, so to run the male energy, it was basically just like a connecting to the testes, and there was a line up to the pineal gland, and that was how you ran your male energy, right?
Yeah.
And so then female energy, it was like, okay, so you go to the pineal gland and then you like go down to the ovary, and then you go to the other ovary, and then you go to the womb, and then you finally get back up there. And so there's all these steps. So it's like you're already multitasking. And it was just, it was so funny because it was like giving men space to be men. It was like when I really learned about, like, okay, this is why men would be the ones who would be riding the horse, and shooting like with the bow and arrow and getting the buffalo, because they could just completely 100% focus on that, and they wouldn't be thinking about, what am I going to feed baby for supper? Oh, that looks like that would be good. And then like that. It wasn't that, they were focusing. So that was really cool.
So my question also, when you get into male and female energy, because I know we all have male and female within us, right? So
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
working with a man, you're connecting the testes to the pineal, and the women you're connecting, but there's also women have masculine energy and men have feminine energy that needs to be balanced out, correct?
yeah, yeah, but that's different.
Okay.
I don't even remember that actually what we did, but that's different because that's, see, running male energy is running, it's being in the body, right? And you're
Right.
running the male, you're not going to run energy from testes to pineal.
Right. I don't
So
have
so
them.
it's a
Well,
it's
some
a
people may,
physical thing.
so some people may say I have them, but
Well, you're a one energy.
no, no.
You're a one life path. So you're already like more connected into your masculine energy, right?
Yeah.
But I think what it is the male energy is like on the right side of your body, and the female energy is on the left. And so, you can connect them so they flow. It's a different thing than
Yeah, okay.
running
I
with
just wanted to
female.
clarify that because you're actually going into the actual male as an enter. Because one of the things that I used to do was we would do an exercise, like everyone has their own king and their queen, right? And
Oh,
so we
really?
would do a meditation where we would check your queen. How old is she? How healthy is
Really
she? How much
cool.
energy does she have? And then you check your
Wow.
man. So you might have, like, the male might be 80 years old. You might be, the feminine might be a teenager. The idea is to get them to be the same age and maturity. So that's how
Yeah.
you can tell the balance of your male, masculine, and feminine.
That's really a
Isn't
cool
it cool?
trick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So the reason why I brought the female energy thing was the second chakra. I was blown away when we were talking about the second chakra, because not only do we have the second chakra like here, okay, but females have these little things almost like, clamshell ridges like this,
Uh-huh.
and they go like this, and there's little receptors on them, like the little eyes on the scallops. You know how
Right.
scallops have a million eyes? And those are receptors to tune in to what other people are feeling, and all females have them.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense. You know what's really funny? Because
Isn't that crazy?
there's comedians that do a whole thing about women and men. And they were like,
Yeah,
when a
yeah,
woman asks a man, what are you thinking about? And they
yeah,
say nothing, they're
yeah,
really thinking about nothing.
yeah.
Women don't know how to do that.
Right, right, right,
We,
right. Yeah. Yeah,
Really.
like men have a box in their head, like for like,
And it's not, this is not a criticism. I don't want people, men to feel like we're making fun of them. It's
no,
just
no.
hard for women and men to understand how they think because, like what you just said, I didn't know that. I just know that, like, I remember my ex-husband coming into the house with logs and he was gonna, make a fire in the fireplace. And I asked him a question. He's like, "Don't talk to me." I said, "Why?" He's like, "I'm focusing." I'm like, "You can't answer a question and carry logs in at the same time." And this is a very brilliant man. It's like I
Yeah,
couldn't wrap my
yeah.
head around
No,
it.
men can't. You just have to
No.
let them be themselves.
Yes.
And because they accomplish things, they keep the world running.
Yes, they do. So that we
They
can do the work, our work.
are, yeah. I mean, I, I can't do what a man can do. I mean,
No.
I'm just like, whoa, that's so amazing. Thank you for doing that because they're able to focus. I mean, I'm already thinking about, well, let's see, what do I got to get there? It's literally gathering. I'm always like gathering, You're always thinking of taking care of the people in your whatever it is, home or
Yeah.
who you're in relationship with. You're always thinking about them. But like my son, he's adult, he has his own tiny house. He can literally cook himself an amazing stew and eat the whole thing.
Wow.
Like you would never do that, right? No, you would be like, I made stew, and it's nothing. He's like, oh, I didn't think. He just doesn't think about it. It's not personal. He'll do it if I remind him, but that's the way they are. He's just like, I gotta eat. I gotta like, fix the water tank. And like, I'm so glad he's fixing the water tank because I don't want to fix the water tank. Like,
Yeah.
anyway, so men, but so anyway, so with women and these like little eyes and stuff, it's pretty incredible. Like, um, I mean, we didn't do that advanced chakra work in the clairvoyant class because, I mean, you can study clairvoyance like for lifetimes, right?
Yeah.
But those little eyes, you can also work with those little eyes, right? To see
Yes.
how much they're like, focusing outward and inward and how much energy, you know what I mean? So,
No, that's fascinating. And I know so you had a group that are just finishing up with that, and then they want to go on to the advanced, correct?
yeah, so this is your basic entry class to learn the basic tools, run your
Right.
energy, um, meet your healing master, learn how to use protection roses to protect yourself and also to clear your space. And then the clairvoyant program is a year long. And usually there's a couple teachers that do it. So I signed up to do the, teacher training again. I can do it for half price. And then I'll probably be able to connect with a couple people in there.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do a clairvoyant class together as opposed, I shouldn't run one by myself.
Okay, so you're
You
talking
know what I
about
mean?
doing a next level course once you finish the training. Okay. But
Or even,
aren't you doing a next level with this group though?
oh, I told them well, I need about 10 to 20 and preferably a 20 people cohort
Yeah,
in it. So, there's going to be natural like attrition, right?
yeah,
From the first group to clairvoyant,
yeah,
probably 50 to 75% will want to go on.
yeah.
Everyone in my class wants to go on, however, so that's kind of cool.
Well, that says a
But
lot. But
yeah.
but you're also looking to do another new class?
Oh yeah, I'm probably going to run it two more times. And so when I did the How to Heal Yourself course, I actually repeated it twice.
Yeah.
And then I did individually with someone because it's just pretty big. You know, if
It's
you're
a lot.
running your energy 20 minutes a day, um, your life is going to shift, you know? And so it's just it's actually, it sounds simple and it is simple, but if you haven't been, doing that, consciously and intentionally, you can expect to have big shifts or forget things or whatever. So I took it twice.
Yeah,
And if you retake it, you get to take it half price. I think
right.
most people do that anyway, but so
So,
that's what I'm going to do.
no, so if people want to take your course, because here's the great thing, you do three different beginner classes and then you can take the combination all of them and go to the next level with, with all of them together.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I have cohorts or bunches of,
Yes,
right, and then
exactly.
I'll bunch them all, and they all know that I'm waiting to get more people, and that they
Cool.
can retake it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
So
pretty
that's
fun.
exciting.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you're seeing? Because I know you have a time. So we still have another 5 minutes or so. Is that all right? Or do you have more time?
Oh yeah, I have time. I
Oh,
don't think
okay, good.
I don't start until 4 with a client, I think.
Okay, so we've got more time because we've hit
Hmm.
on a bunch of really cool topics. So, anything else you were talking? We were talking earlier about it. So you have this magnificent tree on your property, right?
Yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of them, but there's one like a mother tree, and you were
Um,
noticing some
I think it's
energy.
his grandfather.
Oh,
And
grandfather.
there's a mother tree too, and
Okay.
then there's like other maybe they're babies. I don't know, but there's one that's really old, really really old, and then another one that's like maybe, I mean, I don't know. I think this one is like 300 years old, which probably is not accurate, but it is what he said to me.
Oh,
But
well, I would listen. I know
I
you,
know.
I know you communicate with the plant life and the animals, and you also had some beings that were showing up underneath some of the trees. I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that.
You would.
Yeah, if you want to, you don't have to, or if there's something else you want to talk about.
Um, well, like I said, the veil seems to be thinning.
Yeah.
Um, so um, I always feel really supported if I go and talk to the tree. Okay. And I thought I was talking just to the tree, you know? And then I realized that there's other energies, other beings that are under the tree as well. And so there's like, I don't know what it is, to tell you the truth. I mean, it could be elementals, um, but elementals I think are smaller than
Hmm.
this one, right? So there would be elementals, there would be the mycelium network that can communicate things as well. But this is a different thing. So yeah, so the support network that trees offer is much greater than just the tree itself, is basically I think the take home for me. And just to honor that there's lots of things happening that we don't necessarily see um, under the tree and under the roots and stuff. And I feel like there's a really cool YouTube channel, and it's called the Tree Whisperer. Like a dog whisperer or
Yeah.
whatever. He calls himself the Tree Whisperer. And he doesn't have very many people subscribed to his channel. Um, but I think he's coming to Omega in the spring.
Oh, wow.
And he's from the UK, and he works with people's trees who are um, whose trees are ailing.
Oh,
And yeah, and because of listening to his YouTubes, he doesn't really tell you how he does it, but he gave me enough information because I have a master's in botany. So, and he is a plant physiologist. I think he taught college level plant physiology.
mm,
So, it seems to me I haven't taken his course, and I would if it would fit in. And I absolutely give him complete credit for what I'm doing, right?
yeah,
And I invite people to check out his channel, The Tree Whisperer. But it sounds to me like what he does is he goes to the tree and he asks them how they're doing. And, you know, like earth shaking realization, a lot of times trees, if it's like um, too wet or too dry, they actually go into panic mode because they don't have enough food.
mm,
They haven't been able to make the food for the winter so that they can last through the winter. And so he will, say, well, where's the system breaking down? Is it the like the xylem? Is it the phloem? Is it, something in the leaf structure? And so I was able to just like say, oh well, I can do that because I know about these things, and I would muscle test it.
right.
And so then I was able to help my grandfather tree, and it asked it if I could give him something. And he told me, I think the tree whisperer just kind of energetically fixes it for him, but I just gave them essential oils, and I just sprayed it in the air near the stomata in the leaves, which is what do you call it? They're like little eyes. And they breathe in, and then they can shut them down during the day or open them up at night. So I would spray it. It's just like, if you do that in your garden, you foliar spray, same thing. um, so it really really helped. The tree was really grateful. So the tree was telling me like no one's ever done anything like that for it, and his aura looked so much bigger. And I think I already told you that story, but it's just such a great story. Um, and then when it got close to winter, he wanted magnolia. I was like, how could you want like, why would you request magnolia? I'm thinking, and he says, well, it'll help me relax and go to sleep. And then I was like, oh, that's right, because magnolia has the highest concentration of the linalool and linalool acetate, that's in lavender.
Yeah.
That's the thing that just really calms you down. So magnolia is like twice the amount of lavender.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why I guess he requested that. And then what the guy said in a recent video is that trees share.
Mm,
So they share the like the oregano that I sprayed into that tree, that's going to go to all the other trees. So they don't,
really?
yeah, they share resources. So all the other oaks will get the good healing too. So
Beautiful.
that's cool. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so cool because when you think about that, now this is, you're just doing a gentle spray with it. Was it water and a few drops, like your muscle test how much they want? And then you're
Well, I
just
just would
spraying?
fill up like a glass spray bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and I just would put oregano in it and water and like a dispersant, like
Okay.
glycerin.
So
And
you're
then,
not like dumping a gallon of water at their roots or anything. You're just spraying it in the air. So when you think about energetically, it just to really understand that this is like at a quantum level that it's being shared because it's not a lot that you're spraying them with, correct?
well, I mean, yes and no. Like a drop of oregano oil is like literally thousands of molecules. So,
Yeah.
so it's not like a homeopathic
Okay.
amount.
Yeah.
But I like what you're saying. I mean, could we use homeopathy? Sure, maybe we could. But so it is quite feasible that the oregano molecule, like one or two, would be able to be sent
Right,
through the mycelial network. Yeah, but it would be more like quantum, like what
right.
is the minimum effective dose, right? But it felt energetic
Yep.
more than anything else. But then I realized afterwards when I saw the man under the tree that the man was able to help potentiate the medicine, possibly, you know? So it wasn't just like that I did it, it was more, I don't know. I
So when you
really,
say man, you saw a being that was
yeah.
underneath, and so as a helper, correct?
Um, I don't know if I'd say helper. They feel
Or
like they're more like a magician, but um, yeah, I don't know. I felt like,
you don't have to know what it is. I was just
yeah.
curious.
Well, it's not like a helper. It's more like
Okay.
someone with a lot of really good focus and mastery. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it was the tree's healing master.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think this guy floats all around. So,
That's so
yeah,
cool. Now
right.
you also do tarot and you have a YouTube channel and you do some polls today. As a matter of fact, you did a 3 card spread, which I did today, and I picked the first one, number one. And
Yeah.
it was really cool because it felt very strong that resonated with me. So
Oh, cool.
you do tarot readings or tarot spreads, whatever comes in the cards daily, and then you also teach people and you do tarot readings, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So it resonated with you
Yeah, totally.
because it was like
It looked like
Queen
a
of
big, was
Queen
it
of
a,
Cups
yeah,
for the past,
yeah,
then Two of Pentacles for the present, which does actually match your energy right now.
yeah,
Like, because it's actually wavy, like stepping out of something wavy or wonky and stepping onto solid ground.
yeah.
And then it was 10 of Cups,
I think so, yes. Because
which
there was
is,
great abundance that was coming.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, which is kind of cool. I think
it is.
somebody else said that about you too for this year.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why it really resonated.
Yeah, that's great. That's the one my son picked too.
There you go.
Number one.
Yeah. And the stones that you used to pick were really cool as well. And then you use cards that resonate with different oils and different plant life that
Yeah,
also will enhance for whatever
yeah.
that is,
The
which you don't
oracle
really
cards.
see. Yeah, the oracle cards that you don't really see people use.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, essential oils are really healing and they can really help to, they if you inhale them, they go right to your optic nerve. And so if you say an affirmation or envision something, it just is able to, really quickly bring that vision into more certainty within your brain. So it's a really cool way to use the oils.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
it,
remember what yours was. I think you had jasmine. So jasmine was one. Um,
just what
oh,
would you,
celery seed
yes,
and fennel.
fennel.
And fennel's really good for creative expression. And celery seed's good for just detoxing, actually. And
No, it's
so
so
that's
cool.
interesting.
So
So yeah.
yeah, you're a plethora of information on all of these things.
So so you should get some celery seed like spice
Hmm.
and you can chew on it. Um, because you're in Mexico, so it's not like I could send you some jasmine oil, but and the same thing with fennel. You can just eat fennel or fennel seeds could really help. Yeah, fennel is amazing. I actually take fennel every morning. It's part of what I give to my dog for his everything. He's who knows what's wrong with him.
He's, what is he, 15? 16?
16,
16. Yeah.
16. So I give him fennel and I take it too because it's just it's really good for throat chakra and expression and
So,
stuff.
so Liz is also,
Digestion.
so you're also part of the quantum healing that we do once a month with Honey C. Golden. And it's been really wonderful because she gives so much hands-on information because we have the signal group that everyone meets on and people ask questions. And so Liz is available there. And also she participates in the healing itself. And we had your dog Blue participate and he had quite a significant healing. I watched him like he had so much arthritis and he couldn't sit down or lay down because he was in pain and he was panting. And then the next day after the healing, he was like a puppy. It was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, like driving really he can't relax driving anyway,
Yeah,
but it really tensed him up so he was in more pain than usual because I had to drive like I think it was 2 hours to get there.
yeah, yeah,
So um but yeah, remember he just was so much better.
yeah.
And he actually had a blowout at night. I don't want to give TMI too much information about it, but last night here, where is it?
Well, you disappeared.
I know because I'm looking for something. Uh,
It's okay.
l- Last night, damn, I was going to show you. I listened to Honey's thing about crystals. She did a thing about crystals, and so she was talking about how crystals feel, like they feel like sometimes mad about stuff. So I just was tuning into this crystal last night,
Hmm.
and I was just like, you know, thank you for being here, and I was just tuning into it, and then I said, maybe would you be willing to heal my dog? And so I got a yes. And then literally this was a real bummer. I didn't sleep very well after this. He had another blowout.
Ah,
Hadn't had a blowout since that night. I think when he gets a healing, he
he's clearing.
releases heat and so he had this blowout.
Oh,
But I was just like, well, it's good. He's like on another level again today. And that was
wow.
from the crystal.
Wow.
That's what I got. I was like, because nothing changed about his diet. Like, well, my
Mhm.
son gave him a little cheese, but only one
Yeah.
square. It
Yeah.
couldn't have been that. So, but what I muscle tested was that it was the crystal.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
And it's funny because I don't really like um let's see, can I find it? Um I don't really, use my crystals that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we have so many tools to work with that, I've studied so many different ways, and sometimes I'll focus on one for a while. It resonates really strongly, and then I'll end up going to another one, and then that works really well. And then I find myself going to a different one. So, yeah, but
But that was dramatic.
yeah, that's tools in your toolbox. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at that. I think that's really cool.
The video?
No, the idea of it. Sorry. Yeah, the idea of it. I don't have any of my crystals here because I'm traveling, but when I get home, I'm going to really look into spending more time playing with my crystals, talking to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been acquiring them for
Oh,
so long, and it's like they all have such amazing things that they do. So, my question is there anything that you wanted to bring up that we haven't talked about?
I didn't have an agenda.
Yeah, no, I just didn't, if there was anything important other than if people are interested in taking your classes, they can connect and I'll have your email below.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
they
That'd
can
be
find
great.
out, because do you have your website up yet or are you still redoing it?
I've been so busy.
No, it's
So I'm
fine. So they can just
I'm
contact you
still doing
directly.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can just
Yeah.
contact you directly if they're interested in any of the classes that you have going on.
Yep.
And then you can also connect with Liz. You do individual sessions, correct?
Yep. Yep. I do.
For
Yes.
all different things, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, it's everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Definitely.
and then you're also trained in the quantum healing, and then we have the quantum healing on Thursday. February was that the 26th, I think. We do,
It's next week.
yeah, a week from
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's February 26th and it's at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and then 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we give people an opportunity. You can come to both. You can just go to one. We never want to overwhelm people, but even though we do similar things in each one, everyone has a different healing and a different experience.
Right. And Honey does a healing, and then you do a really amazing healing too.
Yep. And then you're on
Um,
there answering questions and helping people out. So
yeah,
it's really amazing value. It's $44.
I know. It's great.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So,
amazing. Yeah. And then afterwards, which is a real bonus, is people can put in the chat what it is they were, hoping to, you know, get attention on, or we're hoping it might move, or what's going on with this. So we try to get to everybody with their
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People ask some really great questions. And yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, we get to almost all of them. So people can ask, did I have a shift in this? Or I'm concerned about this. Is this something that I can work through? It's been really fun.
Yes,
Really fun.
it's a great space.
Yeah.
It really is. And then people can join the Signal chat,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I recommend. I don't think everybody knows about it, but when you sign up, there's this little link underneath where you can just click on that, and then you have to ask to join it. And then I don't know, you or Honey lets
Yeah.
people in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can ask questions amongst each other, and one of us might pop in and try and lend some expertise too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you who know Liz, more information than I always love talking to you because I always learn so much from you.
I
Uh,
do too. I learned so much from you,
yeah,
and
so we have
your
one.
yeah, your energy's so beautiful.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. I feel the same. So, Liz, thank you again. This was fantastic. And for those of you who want to have a session or talk to Liz, we'll have her email information below on the links. And if you're interested in the quantum healing, you can see us next Thursday, it's February 25th. And
And you'll have the link for that too, like how people can sign up for that.
yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All
thank you so
right.
much. You stay
All
on
right.
and
Okay.
take care.
Okay. Thanks.